It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and Badger Brewery, based down in the wonderful Dorset countryside, have brought out a new range, or a new bit of a brand of beer. It's called Outland. And this is their milk stout, rich, dark and smooth, 5.2% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. And they brought out a beer a few months ago called, or I'd say a year ago now maybe, called Milkmaid. And they sent me a box of their Milkmaid, and it was very good, a really good milk stout. When I unboxed this beer, because I picked this beer up in Sainsbury's for £3 a can, 5.2% ABV. When I unboxed it on YouTube, somebody, or a few people actually, commented saying this is Badger's Milkmaid Stout that's been kind of rebranded as this Outland milk stout. And I think that's because Badger as a company is seen as a traditional bottled brewing company beer, or if you're lucky enough to live in the south of the UK, which is like some of the pubs that I go to, the Badger pubs, I could never live in that town. There's a place in Salisbury called the New Inn, and to live in Salisbury is like 250 grand for a one-bedroom bedsit type of thing, so it's impossible to live there. But you go there on holiday, because we've got family there, and you go to the New Inn and you walk in the New Inn and you're like, wow, this is blooming lovely. This is really, really nice, really nice. And so you see Badger as this company who have some fantastic pubs. If you ever visit the south, if you're ever in the south and you want to visit a Badger pub, their pubs are a fantastic quality of pub. Yeah, but this is a rebrand then, I think, according to my loyal subscribers and viewers, of Badger's Milkmaid, which was a milk stout. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Although I've still seen Milkmaid in Morrison's. Maybe they're wanting to produce something from Sainsbury's. But I lost my track of thought a bit there. I was talking about Badger being a traditional brewery and a pub owner. So maybe they want to get out there and be more kind of craft-like and have a craft arm to their brewery. And that's their Outland name. And that Outland name will probably refer to their craft beers going forward, which I think is quite exciting, because I think you have your traditional beer drinkers who love a pint of Poacher's Choice or Thirsty Ferret, and it is Thirsty Ferret, yeah, it is Thirsty Ferret, and all these other beers, and yeah, they're happy drinking that. And then you've got the kind of younger, I would say, maybe, hopefully I can get away with saying this, younger people who may want to drink ironically, an old-fashioned milk stout. Milk stouts are kind of traditional brews, really, aren't they? They're not necessarily craft beer. They've been around a long time. What's that one at 2.8% ABV? Everybody drinks it. You've seen me on the old working man's clubs. What was that called? All the old ladies used to drink it. Milk stout. Anyway, it might come to me. 2-finger, tan-coloured head, jet black beer in the glass. Let's get the aroma. Smells good. Smells really good. Milky, chocolatey. Little bit of caramel. Still thinking of that beer. Can't remember that beer. I got Branson's in my head. Branson's, Brannigan's with crisps. Rattling through names in my head now, trying to get to this blooming brewery name. Anyway, this smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Branson's Pickle. No, in all truth, I can't remember the name of that brewery. This beer is quite nice. This beer is quite nice actually. It's got this kind of chocolate, coffee, caramel flavour to it. It's got a really nice creamy mouthfeel from the milk stout. It's got this nice milk, definite milk chocolate sweetness coming through. There's some lactose in there. It's really nice. It's really nice. When Badger sent me the Milkmaid, the case of it, I reckon I drank all the cans within 4 days. They sent me this big case and it was just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Drinking down this milk stout. But after you've drank a case of it, you really kind of like, because it's nice to stand here doing a beer review for 8 to 10 minutes, but you're only really grazing the surface. You're only really, so many times I've taken a beer to the computer to process the videos that I'm filming here, and I've taken the beer with me and I've had a little sip, and you're sipping away and you're thinking, oh, there's something else, and you start picking up other flavours. Maybe the beer's warmed up a little bit and you're picking up other flavours in the beer. And you often think, I wish I had more time just to kind of talk a little bit more about the beer. But you can't go over 10 minutes with a beer review. People would be bored out their brains. People, what I've noticed doing these beer reviews over the last 13 years, is the fact that people want it fast, snappy. They want to see the beer, they want to see the aroma, they want to hear about the taste, and that's it. They want to go and either try the beer themselves or go, actually, that's not for me. If you're a lover of milk stouts, if you love that creamy, rich flavour, almost like a glass of milk chocolate, like smoothie ice cream type flavours coming through, then you love this beer. But it's not just that. There's some lovely bitterness on this beer. There's some little bit of raisin, a little bit of plum, a little bit of fig, a little bit of prune. Badger know how to brew a stout. They really do. I quite like the idea of this Outland series of beers from Badger. I've got a ginger pale ale to come, and I love ginger in beer. Ginger in beer is terrific, and it's not used enough. In my personal humble opinion, ginger is not used enough in beer. I love ginger in beer. So that's the next one to come from Badger. I picked that up in Sainsbury's too for £3 a can. But that's great. If you're a lover of milk stout, that's a lovely little beer. Described as rich, dark and smooth. Dark and delicious, a smuggler's best kept secret. This smooth stout harbours indulgent flavours of cocoa, coconut and vanilla, along with dark roasted malt and subtle hop notes. A recipe that's earned us 3 internationally recognised brewing awards. Well done to you, Badger, because I think you thoroughly deserve that. For £3 a can, that delivers. It really does deliver. And for the first time reading the back of the can, hearing vanilla and coconut, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Those flavours are in there too. But I've never pretended to be a magician here on the channel. I've never pretended to promise you that I'm going to get all the flavours. I do my level best to find all the flavours. But, you know, I don't think the best of us can find all of the flavours in a particular beer. If you can, you're a genius. Yes, there's some coconut. Yes, there's some vanilla. It's a Stone & Crow's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.